WDB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
It's time! It's time! It's Beta time!
You are watching a master at work.
Truth Nation, get ready for the greatest 60 minutes in radio, giving you his authentic and bold opinions, bringing you all the information, entertainment, and conversations you gotta hear. From local issues to trending topics and headline news, it is time for Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is your award-winning host, Kyle Wallace.
Power here on the award. Oh yeah, I gotta sit down. I'm sorry, DJ Brother Z. DJ Brother Z pointed and said, sit down. I'm sorry, DJ Brother Z. I gotta sit down, but it is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am Kyle Wallace, who's gonna be taking you through the next 58 minutes here on Truth to Power on the greatest 60 minutes in radio. I am excited for today, Truth Nation. What I need y'all to do, I need y'all 833-212-1017. Go ahead, hit that talk to text line, but then also make sure y'all watch and stream us live on YouTube. Yes, go to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube, because I am excited today for y'all to see and for this individual to join me, because today I am being joined by a legend. Last week it was Homer Blow. Earlier this week it was Dame LZ. And now I am being joined by a legend in Milwaukee. Once you hear the voice, you know exactly who it is. Grew up listening to this amazing individual, made a great impact in the city of Milwaukee and beyond. I am blessed and honored to be able to share the airwaves and a mic with the one and only legendary Bailey Coleman. Joins me today on Truth to Power. Queen Bailey, how are you doing today?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Did he say legend? Okay, look. Okay, here's the thing. Let's just say Bailey.
No, but you're a legend. You don't need to call yourself legendary. But we could call you legendary, Bailey. Like when growing up as a kid and driving around in my car.
I'm not trying to take credit for your childhood.
I mean, you only take credit for my childhood, but you've been doing this since you was young in the game, Bailey. And so being able to actually work with you is a blessing, and I'm so fortunate to do it. And that's how I know, Mama, I made it. Mama, I made it.
Well, you hired me, so
I had no choice. I had to. That was the easiest hire I could have.
Well,
Bailey Coleman.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
You hired me, so that's it's cool. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you, Kyle.
Yeah. Well, thank you again. 833-212-1017. That's the Truth Talk, the text line. But also again, watch and stream us live on YouTube. 1017 The Truth on YouTube to watch Bailey and I live here on YouTube.
Just in case you see me on YouTube, don't freak out. Yeah, I didn't put back on all that weight. I got this coat on. I'm all bundled up. It's cold in here.
No, it is chilly. So here's how it works.
It's usually hot in here.
No, yeah. See this. It was hot in here 2 days ago. Because what happens is, once the weather drops down, they somehow kick the heat on. In our studios, they kick it extra on. So it was 80+ degrees on Wednesday in these studios.
Okay.
So everybody was sweating. Dame LZ, who joined me on Wednesday, within the first 5 minutes of sitting in here doing the show, he had beads of sweat just glistening off his face, just falling down his face, Bailey. It was a sight to be seen.
But I got icicles. What's going on?
So what happens is they come and they fix it, right? So they come and they fix it because they don't fix it so it goes to normal. They fix it so it goes to the other extreme.
Okay.
So now it's an ice box. So now we got to deal with it being cold.
Okay.
And so at some point next week, it's going to balance out where it's just going to be like 69, 70 degrees inside of here. But right now, we're going to have to deal with the ice box, right? So if anything, if y'all see me shivering or anything like that, ain't my fault. If my hands start getting crackly and white in between the cracks, that's because they cold. They freezing. The lotion can't survive in this type of Arctic climate inside the studio. But again, that voice, thank you, DJ Brother Z. I'm good. I don't do shared lotion because I don't know where people's hands been. No, real talk.
No shared lotion.
Real talk. Here's a story. This is an inappropriate story, but I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna keep it PG-13. And so the reason why I don't share Vaseline or anything like that anymore. First and foremost, when you put Vaseline on, you're putting it all over your body. So you're touching everything. You're touching everything. You're putting your hand into the thing. So I'm like, no, thank you. But then I never forget this. When I was in college, right? I was in my room and I had to go. I did a radio show, usually at 4 o'clock, called Hawk Talk. And so I got ready to dip out and I left the room at 3:30 to head out to go do Hawk Talk. And I said, all right, I see you. Told my roommate, I peace out. I'll see you later. And so he said, all right, peace. And so then I leave the room and I'm walking to go do the radio show. I'm tired. I just woke up from a nap. So I walk for about 5 to 10 minutes and I say, you know what? I think I'm going to skip today. I ain't going to do the show today. So I turn around, head back to my room to go lay down. And Bailey Coleman, what I saw this man doing with my Vaseline.
Your Vaseline?
I said, Lord have mercy. And so I literally, he said, dog, I tweaked, dog. I said, bro, you good, bro. But my Vaseline. And so at that point, I said,
was just like, no.
You can keep it, brother.
You can keep
it. So from that very moment, I said, I'm never sharing anything with anybody else.
Well, you know what? That's understandable.
I can't imagine if I had used it, if he did that before and I used my Vaseline, now I put it on my face. I'm like, geez, Louise.
Yeah.
And so so at that point, I don't trust people.
It is what it is. I get it. You had a bad experience.
I had a beyond bad experience. I had to play it off like it was no big deal. I was furious. But I had to be cool, but I ain't gonna fight my roommate. That was my homeboy.
He was like,
but he thought he had the room to himself. Said, put a sock on it, brother. Put a sock. Let me know.
Whoa.
Bait 33212-1017. This is the Truth Talk to text line. And then on top of it, again, watch the streamers live on YouTube at 101.7. The Truth. That voice you hear is the legendary Bailey Coleman, who is joining me here today. And Bailey, there's a lot of things that have been happening.
There's a lot of things.
And we're going to get to those.
Yeah.
But today is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And with it being Valentine's Day, it's the day of love. It's the day of going and showing love to somebody else. You showing love to the person you love, them showing love to you. So, Miss Bailey Coleman, you got any plans for Valentine's Day?
Well, the way my love life is set up, they're having a function down here for single people.
Are they? Oh, I think I heard about that.
Uncle Buck's.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I might have to go on over there because.
So you looking for some love? Have you tried the
single.
day naps?
I can't.
Why not?
The day naps is tough because then you get people that.
I feel like being famous as you are, being on a date nap, you can get a lot of swipe rights on Bailey. Ooh, I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Hold on, though. There's a downside to that too.
What would that be?
You get all the extras.
Yeah, you get but so the dating nap. The great thing about swiping,
crazy people are different people.
That's true. You got to have that radar.
Exactly, and you know. Just ain't the situation ain't,
I graduated from swiping years ago, so I don't have to swipe. But
Yeah, see.
the great thing about it was you get to pick and choose, right? Depending on your mood. Sometimes I was in a mood for somebody who was a little bit, it was more on the fun side. Sometimes I was in a mood for somebody who could be a lifetime. And all about how I felt when I was swiping right or swiping left. You know what I'm saying? Like my sometimes if it was, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, I was looking for a good girl, and sometimes it was after 12. I was looking at everybody.
Zech.
Right. Match.
Zach, you out of order.
It depends. It depends on my
Beggars
mood.
cannot be choosers, Kai.
I am not begging.
My mood. No,
I'm not begging.
But my mood depended on what it was, and luckily for me, I was in a great mood when I found the love of my life. So I'm in a great place.
I mean, you guys are wonderful together, and that's great. I'm just looking for the man.
I'm telling you, my people in my life have found great partners. I mean, it wasn't lifetime partners, but they found people to date and different things like that. But I'm telling you.
Okay, I have been on an app.
You probably on that rich people app that got you got to get an invite.
Rich gang.
I did do one of those.
Woo.
But I mean, and I've been on a regular one too, but I just have to say that you could find somebody and they could look real good.
Mm-hmm.
And you could go out with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out, okay, what'd you say your name was?
Uh-oh.
Because let me run this name, I mean.
That's crazy. Yeah, no. I talked to them for a while.
They could be totally different than they look.
That's very true. That's very true. No, see, I did some snooping. I was trying to find names. And I need to see more pictures.
You got to run the little what's the name on them too.
Yeah, oh wow, sea capping. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess I wasn't worried about these women like that, but I was gonna see. I didn't want to see your best 5 photos you had. I need to see the social media.
Yeah.
I need to dig through to see what you used to look like.
Yeah.
I need to make sure.
Yeah.
You
got to go in and see what it is.
Because a lot of times what some of them do is some of them just put their best shots in their head shots, right? They don't put the full, I don't discriminate, but you know what I'm saying? I like to know what I'm getting myself into. I don't like no surprises, you know what I'm saying?
People look different at different times.
They look different at different times, and sometimes people don't, they didn't disclose that. And so, so you got to be very, very strategic. I want to know it all.
Because I wear my glasses, but I probably wear my glasses 60% of the time right now. Mm-hmm. But then I go through phases where I won't wear my glasses at all. You won't ever see me.
Oh, so you just had contacts on?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I wear mine when I need to see. I don't walk around the house with them on.
I mean, it just depends on how I feel that
glasses
day.
ain't that big of a deal. So you're not doing anything for Valentine's Day?
No, because I don't have no love in my life. I don't have no love. My son and my family. I love my family and my son. Shout out to them on my Valentine's. But I ain't got no man in my life.
So wait, is Valentine's Day for us to show them love, DJ Brother Z?
Who, the women?
For the men to show the women love.
I mean, I guess, because we get Sweetest Day.
Oh, Sweetest Day is non-existent. I ain't getting nothing on Sweetest Day. They don't get Sweetest Day is fake.
Problem.
No, wait a minute. I cannot believe as wonderful as your girlfriend is that she ain't get you nothing on Sweetest Day. Even though it's a fake holiday.
It is.
Look, see, I got my love bear on and everything. Oh,
you got the love bear on. I got the pink on.
I got my love bear on.
If she did give me something for Sweetest Day, she probably cooked something. I know she gave me a gift, she said, for Valentine's Day. But this the thing is, I really didn't want nothing for Valentine's Day, and she really said she didn't want nothing for Valentine's Day either. And I found out yesterday that that's a trick. Is when women tell you they don't want nothing.
That's a lie.
It's a lie. They say you better get something.
You better get something. Fellas, if you smart and you really want them points, just go on and send it to the office.
Oh wow.
Wherever she work at, just go on and send it over there.
I was up until yesterday afternoon. I wasn't finna get her nothing. I was like, closed mouths don't get fed. If you said you didn't want nothing, cool. We just gonna celebrate our love.
Keep playing.
My love is a gift.
Play if you want to.
And then I found out that I was coached up. They said, listen, there's no downside to getting them something. Women, when they say that, they ain't being real.
They don't mean that.
It's a test. I said, dang, the test is for life?
I mean, it's a Walgreens right here. You'll be all right.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good now. I gathered all the...
You said a Walgreens.
That's why I whispered it. That's why I whispered it.
No, what you mean? Walgreens, Walmart, I'm going to walk somewhere. somewhere or $1 something with a tree. It's all the same. The note you write is the love letter, but 833-212-1017. Valentine's Day is today, and honestly, I'm doing me and my girl doing this liquid diet, and so I'm joining her today for a liquid diet, and so I'm not eating anything. I'm only drinking liquids today.
Oh, that's good.
As my Valentine's gift to her in solidarity.
That's your wow.
Mm-hmm. She's trying something different, so I'm gonna try something different with her for a day, 24 hours.
Okay, all right then.
So that's the way I show love. And we get mani-pedis tomorrow.
Aw,
yeah.
See,
I just, matter of fact, I just played with my nail. I shouldn't have. I've been trying not to bite or play with my nails because I'm getting them done tomorrow.
Okay.
How would you feel if a man want to take you on a mani-pedi date on like the first date? Would you be like, if that was his spot he went to, they said, "Hello, Mr. Davis, welcome back."
Well, first of all, it depends on how my situation is. Have I had a mani and a pedi within the last week or two? Okay, yeah, I'll go.
So you're not afraid of a man who go get mani-pedis? Because you come from my generation, your generation a little different. I feel like your generation of men weren't like, let's go get manis and pedis together.
No, our generation, no, they not.
They weren't in tune with their emotions, and they wouldn't like to wear pink, right? Because they'd be like, pink is.
Yeah, that's true. And you got on pink today. Yeah,
I look
that's
good
true.
in it too. That's what my baby girl told me. I walked out the house. She said, "Ooh, you handsome." I said, "I know, baby."
Look, you tripping. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It just it depends on the man.
Okay.
Because there are some in my generation that they don't. They just go for it. They don't care.
Yeah.
They wear whatever they want to.
Yeah. I'm a little metrosexual at times.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, right, Bailey?
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know what the thing is, and that's funny because I would take my son, we always called it getting your feet clean because I didn't know how the masculinity part would go with it. But I take him to get, a pedicure and stuff like that. I want him to know that you need it. You need to make sure you clean your feet.
No, I think that's it. Yeah. For real though, the older I got, I used to be though I joked about being a metrosexual, I'm far from it. I had to kind of grow into being more caring about my image all the time because I'm just a worker bee. I just like, hey, I got to go from point A to point B. I ain't worried about that. I'm still working on that.
That's kind of how I am. A lot of times you see these glamour shots of me or whatever, but I'm like the worker bee. I like to just, I might throw on, I'm a minimalist when it comes to makeup and stuff like that. So unless it's like a real big type of glamour shot thing or I'm going out to a real big shay foo event, you pretty much, and I know my sister and my friends are listening right now going, yeah, we got to talk her into it every time.
Right, I ain't mad about it.
But I'm not big on the, I might put on a little foundation, a little eyeliner, something like that, I don't go all out.
We like all natural. That's what we like.
Yeah, pretty much a naturalist when it comes to that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, that's the voice of legendary Bailey Coleman. By the way, I just got a text message say you do get gifts on Sweetest Day, so I guess I do get gifts on Sweetest Day.
Oh, see, there it is.
So 833-212-1017. That's the Truth Talk to text line. On the other side, there has been a lot of things going on nationally, and we haven't had Bailey on since Donald Trump was inaugurated here on 1017 The Truth. And Bailey, has been a little over 3 weeks, and I got to know where you are at and how you are feeling about everything that is happening with Donald Trump. So we're going to talk about that on the other side. Keep it locked. This is Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on the award-winning 1017 The Truth with guest co-host, the legendary Bailey Coleman.
More of Truth to Power is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. 1017 The Truth is now the proud home of Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference basketball. Tune in every week so you don't miss out on the classic rivalry game we all love, the high-flying dunks that leave us in awe, and the memorable moments where Milwaukee basketball legends are born. City Conference basketball on 1017 The Truth is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS proud, and presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. This is your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
People will tell you that race is a social construct and that there's no biological reality that distinguishes between a white individual and a black individual. So what does that mean if there are these quote-unquote disparities, right? It means that the way we move through a society is markedly different, right? And that the experience that we have has biological consequences. Is when you're in a society where people are constantly discriminating against a certain group, denying access, don't have control over the institutions that govern our lives. All of those things create a biological reality and a response, whether it's a stress hormone or a fear or something that could be passed on, what we call epigenetics, which means what my mother or my grandmother experienced had an effect on what formed me in my responses to those stressors. That's how we can be two individual people with very little difference, but have totally, vastly different experiences as we move through our reproductive health.
This has been your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the Deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
This is Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Oh, your coworker, she the head. Met you for lunch just to let that know. You got somebody that love you back home. If anybody know, I know how it go. Same hating gonna be at the show. Especially when I got like 8 in a row. I feel you on that, baby, I ain't alone, okay. Let's roll, yeah.
It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am Kyle Wallace, and with me is the legendary Bailey Coleman. And before we get back into it, Truth Nation, I got to let you know the award-winning 1017 The Truth is the proud home of Milwaukee Panthers basketball. The Milwaukee Panthers look to stay in the Horizon League Conference race tonight as they take on the Wright State Raiders at UWM Panthers Arena for their homecoming game and celebrating the 20-year anniversary of their Sweet 16 run team. Scott Wars has the coverage starting tonight, starting at 6:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth, the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock p.m. It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. And again, as I said before, y'all can watch and stream us live on YouTube. Go to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button as we are on our road to 5K. Our goal is to get to over 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that thumbs up button as well, because we want you to like everything that we have here on 1017 The Truth. And that voice you heard there again is the legendary Bailey Coleman, who is joining me here today. And Bailey, I heard you on Truth Be Told before, and I heard a lot of the opinions and thoughts that you had, and we see things pretty similar, but you know, it's only been 3 weeks, and I know Donald Trump's first, 20-some-odd days has been a little bit of a whirlwind, right? A lot of news, headlines every day, this, that, a little bit of everything. And in the first day, he had 26 executive orders. 26 executive orders, day one in office, and now we're hovering around 60 of them by the 12th of February. Which would right now basically will put him as the most in the first 100 days in over 40 years, right? So there's been a lot of stuff he's been doing. And so depending on who you ask, some people, Bailey, are applauding it as promise made, promise kept, with the promises of what Donald Trump said he was going to do, and he is delivering what he's going to do. And so some people are excited about the fact that, he put a freeze on federal funding. Some people are excited about the fact that they're firing federal workers. Some people are excited about the fact that they're renaming, mountains and renaming Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America. And people are excited about the fact that they're going to bring back plastic straws. Like, these are some of the things people are excited about, Bailey. So,
did those leave? I mean, I'm sitting here with a straw right now, and I saw some paper ones, but I mean.
Yeah, according to y'all president, they did leave. But, Bailey, so, I mean, for me, when I look at overall, I did not vote for Donald Trump. But for those who voted for Donald Trump, some are saying, hey, promise made, promise kept. And so, Bailey, how would you react, or I should say, when you look at the first, we'll say almost 30 days, first month of Donald Trump, how would you rate the first 20-some-odd days of the Donald Trump presidency?
Okay, first of all, let me be clear. You said it's almost 3 weeks?
It's over 3 weeks now. We're going to be starting, I believe, week 4, because he came in on the 20th, so we were almost at a month. So
3 weeks seems like 3 years.
Ah.
Okay? Almost seems like 3 years. And I'm like, but for me, I'm part of that 92%. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That 92% of black women that voted for Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting back. And I'm just waiting for the price of things to go down, because he said eggs was going to go down, right?
I mean, he did say that he was going to be able to get rid of the prices, inflation. He was going to be able to take care of that. And then he did, once he got in office, he said it's going to take some time. So he pulled the wool over people's eyes.
Okay, so he said groceries, like he invented the word grocery.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, I'm waiting for my groceries to go down. I'm waiting. I'm chill. I'm over here in the cut.
No, it's gonna take some time. That's what he. Once he got in the office, he read.
No, that's what he said. Once he got in the office.
Once he got in the office, he realized, hey, as Elon Musk said, Bailey, they're gonna say some things that may be off or wrong, and that's what the media is here to do, to correct people when they say wrong things, right? When they say that they sent $50 million worth of condoms to Gaza instead of actually going to, I believe it was the Congo, to help stop the spread of AIDS. Right. And so, I mean, that was a big, miss there, where they said that something, and he said it's not for him to correct. He said, Elon Musk said, it's, that's what the media is for, is to correct when I say things. So I'm not going to be right everything I say. I mean, so that's what Donald Trump said. I'm not going to be right with everything that I say. So, I mean, that's what the media is here to correct that, unless they get booted like AP did from being able to cover Trump or having an office there in the White House, I believe it is, or the press space.
No, they can't even, they don't even want them up in there. The Associated Press.
Yeah.
That y'all don't. They're
too biased, Bailey. They too biased.
Wait a minute. The Associated Press is supposed to be the one entity out of all of these that just reports the facts.
Yeah, the facts are not the friends of the current administration.
I mean, we are in the media game. We are in the business of media. So we know the Associated Press. A lot of people, a lot of other media companies get their news or information from the Associated Press because it's supposed to be the standard.
Yeah, it is.
It's supposed to be the one.
But we're not looking for the standard. We're looking for a biased lean that kind of separates some facts and just kind of tilts it a certain way to make it look good.
Nobody wants to talk about how NBC is all of a sudden trying to spin off MSNBC. Did you hear about that?
Oh, what is that? What do you mean spin off?
They're trying to sell it.
Oh, really?
They're trying to get rid of it.
Well, I guess the ratings must be down.
Well, I'm sure they're back up now.
I have no idea.
First of all this going on. Oh, I'm sure everybody's tuning in, except for me. I switch cable, and it's just a whole mess. I can't get my MSNBC. I get stuff a day later. I'm upset. Yeah. But look.
You should have kept your package that you had.
I know.
So how would you? So I mean, honestly, Bailey. I mean, based off you being part of the 92% that said that y'all can have what y'all have, how would you rate the first? We'll say less than a month here of Donald Trump's presidency, based off what he said he was going to do, and then the results that we're getting so far.
Well, I mean, he's doing far more than he said he was going to do. I mean,
how so?
Because when he said he was going to cut Congress's spending, did that mean? Did you think that he was going to cut the USAID?
Oh yeah, you said for funding that basically money that goes and supports other countries and different efforts and research that they have.
Did anybody think about that?
I don't think he knew he was going to do that.
Okay. Well, I mean,
because he didn't read Project 2025. He's just executing it now.
Right. Right, exactly. So he just executed. So I mean, did anybody think that farmers were going to lose their funding?
No, I mean farmers sure didn't. They didn't.
Of course they didn't. But they weren't paying attention. They saving money though, right?
Yeah. I mean, and to that extent, I do want to know because for me overall, the way I look at some of this DOGE stuff, right? The Department of Government Efficiency that Elon Musk is running.
That still doesn't actually exist, but the name is there.
Well, my thing is, I feel like there was an audit that was done in Milwaukee Public Schools, and people have auditors all the time, and I feel like there was probably a better way to go about doing this.
Yeah.
Is simply investing in an audit that can see where there's some areas where we can be more efficient as a government. Do I have to feel like there's some government waste? I absolutely do. And when I look at here locally and I think about those who are getting some support, and unfortunately, I am a firm believer that some people utilize support as a lifestyle versus a assistance to get out of something, right?
Exactly.
And so I do think there is some waste, but there's one. I feel like the move has been entirely too drastic, and the thing that upsets me the most is that you have organizations. I think you said right. You said it's an organization that literally could there be areas where they could probably say, hey, we need to limit some spending here, but overall just pulling it right is terrible. Because I saw a video, I think it was earlier this week, where a lady in South Africa was going to an AIDS clinic, right?
Right.
She's going to an AIDS clinic because the United States of America supports different things in other countries, which for me, some people say, oh, we shouldn't be sending our money. No, I think we should, right? There's two reasons. When you send money and you make people dependent on you, that means you have more control. And at the end of the day, this is a global economy, right? And it's important for us to be able to have some type of leverage.
Exactly.
Now, when it comes to things like that, it's also the right thing to do, to be able to support others and help others, because if you have the funds to do something, it's called donating your time, donating your resources. And being America, being the greatest country in the world, we do have the resources, we have the technology to be able to help other countries, right? Because the better some of these countries are, then the less dependent they can be on you to support them as well. Right. But when we're talking about healthcare, that's something that we shouldn't play with. So seeing this woman in South Africa who was going to this health clinic that the majority of the things that they helped at that health clinic were for AIDS prevention, and she was going to the health clinic and they said, it's closed. She said, it's closed. She said, yeah, it's closed. She said, okay, well, what am I going to do? What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Right, and that's the sad thing, is that when you just pull something without having a plan to kind of, all right, we're going to be cutting this in 6 months to a year, you're literally messing with people's lives. Right. And I think that's when people are getting caught up in politics, they don't understand that everything that we're talking about politically, if you're not impacted by it, doesn't mean that somebody isn't impacted by it. Doesn't mean it doesn't have negative impacts that could lead to people dying. Exactly.
And speaking of which, I mean, they have cut healthcare research here in the United States. Just pull the plug on it. A judge told him, hey, that's not right. Start funding again. And what? They still haven't done it.
Yeah, and not just health research. I know there were places here in the state of Wisconsin where you have daycare programs that can't access their funds. You have health care programs that can't access funds as well, right? They have
absolutely.
I know somebody with their job a couple of weeks ago where they were working with the homeless shelters, and they actually were told, hey, we have a meeting, but we're going to cancel the meeting because our funding has been frozen, and we're not sure if we're going to be able to have access back to our system, right?
Exactly.
So this is not the thing that I think people voted for.
They froze people getting their child support too.
Did they? I mean,
I'm telling you.
Did they freeze it, or did they stop taking it from people?
I called up to see what was going on.
Wait a minute, you called up. You made a personal call. That was already earmarked now.
Hold on. This already spent. What you mean?
That's funny. 833-212-1017. I am looking to really, I'm going to keep picking Bailey's brain because there's Issa Rae. She canceled the show. I'm curious to get your feedback on that. But I really do want to know, Bailey, like, based off, we're almost at a month. Are people happy with the performance so far?
For me, I kind of went in it with a pessimistic vantage point. So, but we'll talk about it after the break.
We'll definitely talk about it because there was a poll that came out that talked about the approval rating of Donald Trump's performance so far. And again, I'm anti-Donald Trump. I anti-Donald Trump because I don't believe in his policies, but more importantly, I don't believe in the man that he is.
Right.
I do believe that office should have a level of respect that they're supposed to hold, and I do think there's a level of when you look up to somebody, you should be looking up to somebody that should be, something you can follow. Bill Clinton may have had his issues, George Bush may have had his issues, but at the end of the day, day, they still were respectable individuals. And I think that's one of the most important things because in life, character matters. But on the other side, we're going to talk a little bit more about this. We're also going to dip into what is going on with Issa Rae, and is she bogus for what she did to the people in her fans. 833-212-1017. You want to chime in on the conversation? That is the talking to text line. Also, watch and stream us live on YouTube. It's 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. Hit the like button, the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I am with the legendary Bailey Coleman on Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace. Keep it locked. We'll be back.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
I walk on the shoulders of giants who have come before me.
I am ASAP and Maya Angelou.
I am Marva Collins and Frederick Douglass.
From A to Z, I celebrate, emulate, and commemorate their example.
This is part of the Declaration of Excellence Milwaukee College Prep Scholars recite, not just during Black History Month, but each and every morning, because our students don't just honor history, they're determined to shape it. Enroll your scholar at MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
Truth Nation, get ready to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community as we host our first annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 28th at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. This will be a Truth family party where we will celebrate the unsung heroes of our community, and we roll out the red carpet for those making a positive impact every day. Tickets are selling fast, so go to 1017thetruth.com today to make sure you do not miss out on the biggest celebration in Milwaukee. Tickets are only $25 and includes free food, free drinks, and free Truth giveaways. Don't miss an evening filled with entertainment, heartfelt stories, and celebrating our city with the 1017 The Truth team. Visit 1017thetruth.com right now to buy your tickets to our Truth Community Awards. That is 1017thetruth.com to secure your spot for a night of celebrating the excellence of our community. The Truth Community Awards is presented by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel and brought to you by the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snime. The New York Jets have informed quarterback Aaron Rodgers they plan on moving forward next year. In a social media post on Thursday, they thanked Rodgers as they now look ahead to their future at the quarterback position. Over to college hoops, where the 16-9 UWM Panthers are back in action tonight. They'll welcome in Wright State for a 7 p.m. tip-off. And lastly, no Bucks basketball this weekend as the All-Star break begins. Damian Lillard will defend his three-point shootout titles Saturday night, and Andre Jackson Jr. will participate in the slam dunk contest on Saturday night as well. The All-Star activities will start at 7 p.m. Saturday night, and the All-Star game will tip off on Sunday night at 7 as well. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Catch Truth to Power every weekday from noon to 1 p.m.
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us.
It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Oh, DJ Brothers, y'all love this. Absolutely just the two of us. But I wanted to be all of us, Truth Nation. I wanted to be all of us come the end of this month as our first annual Truth Community Awards is on Friday, February 28th, where we are celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Visit 1017thetruth.com to purchase your tickets today. They are only $25, which includes heavy appetizers, 2 drink tickets, and a great time hanging out with our Truth family. Bailey Coleman will be there in attendance. Excited. I'll be there. So do not wait, because you do not want to miss out on the best community awards event of the year. Visit 1017thetruth.com right now to buy your tickets to our first annual Truth Community Awards at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel on Friday, February 28th, starting at 5:30 p.m.
I might even bring $20 to gamble.
You should. It should. I'm pretty. A little birdie told me that there may be some play cards that are handed out, some $25 play cards. I think it's 25. Let me not say the number, but there might be some play cards that Potawatomi going to be handed out. So I can't wait to get out there and play some slots at Potawatomi.
Let's do it.
833-212-1017. That's the Truth Talk to text line. This is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I'm being joined by Bailey Coleman. And Bailey, as we wrap up the Donald Trump conversation, I really want to know from you, like the last thing, is that do you think your bias against Donald Trump kind of blocks you out from being able to find him to be like actually doing a good job based on what he said he was going to do?
Well, I mean, like I said, he went much further than he said he was going to do. And I think that further is more in the negative. Well, the whole deal. Okay, let's be real. Okay, that whole plan that they came out with.
What plan?
The what was it, 2025?
Oh, Project 2025.
Project 2025. That was all negative. That was not the thing. Okay? There was nothing in there that I felt was good for anybody in America, So I don't feel like he's starting, he's picking up right where he left off, basically.
Yeah,
and we fired him the last time. America rehired him, though. He applied for the job, and America rehired him. And so for me, overall, I personally don't believe that he's not doing the job I want him to do. And I have some people who voted for Donald Trump who are asking me questions about this Department of Education thing, right? Like they asking me, I'm taking a balanced approach now, because I'm not going to just spit out fire to them. I'm just giving them the facts. I'm not giving them my opinions on. I'm just saying, okay, this is what's happening, and this is what the cause and effect could be, right? And exactly.
So that's all I'm telling them. Now 6 months from now, it may be a little bit different when we see some of the ramifications of things that are happening. But you know what, Bailey Coleman? There is a clip I came across of some people who voted for Donald Trump, right?
Okay.
And make sure y'all go to YouTube, 1017 The Truth on YouTube, because y'all got to see these crybaby tears you're going to see about people who voted for Donald Trump, but all of a sudden are regretting their vote because they're losing things that are important to them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Tell me they're lying right now, because what the do you mean that I'm not going to get my SNAP benefits? What the do you mean?
We are possibly going to lose our farm if NRCS doesn't hold up their contract with us on the EQIP program. Because of the executive orders, there's a pause or a freeze on the funding, and they're not able to pay out on the stuff that we completed or anything going forward.
Beyond betrayal. They used us during the campaign, the elected officials from the Republican Party. They actually told us that it was not going to touch the documented people.
I mean, you're an educator. You didn't vote for Trump eliminating federal funds.
No, I did not vote for that. I do not think that's what the voters want. If we have federal cuts, then that's going to mean bigger classroom sizes. I would lose teachers, first and foremost. It's devastating.
It's devastating. It has been less than a month, and you already have the white girl tears happening where she's talking about, I'm going to lose my food stamps. Because that's one thing people don't understand is when it comes to those who are getting food stamps and provided with extra care, That is everybody. Reagan tried to make, or I think it was Nixon. Nixon tried to make the welfare queen a black person, which is not what it is.
Not true.
Not true at all, right? And so there's a lot of people that utilize resources such as the welfare system to help them get assistance. And so you heard that woman who was a white woman crying about the fact that her food stamps were being canceled. Baby girl, you should have studied what was going to happen.
Exactly.
To the farmers who voted for Donald Trump, y'all should have remembered what happened the first time when he put tariffs on that hurt y'all crops before.
Hello.
You got to remember that. So when they talk about the NRCS, the funding that got frozen, right? That's money that, so as he said in that video, some farmers were expecting to already get that money, and that is the Natural Resources Conservation Services who were supposed to get paid out, and funds got frozen. You should have did your homework. The Venezuelans, y'all should have knew when he came down the escalator. He wasn't thinking about y'all.
He wasn't thinking about y'all at all.
Now 350,000 of y'all gonna lose temporary status, and y'all might be in Guantanamo Bay. And then on top of that, y'all gotta understand, teachers and educators in the South, y'all should have known he was talking about dismantling the Department of Education. It was in Project 2025,
and they benefit the most out of anybody in the country off of that.
And so again, I have no sympathy for anybody who voted for Donald Trump and now upset about their vote. But Bailey, one thing I do want to switch to is Issa Rae.
Yes.
Issa Rae, actress, she's a producer, she's a filmmaker. I mean, she is incredible. Issa Rae recently just canceled her show that she was going to have at the Kennedy Center in D.C. because of the fact it was a sold out show. But she said that the infringement on the venue, with Donald Trump now being the chairman and being the head of the board,
he decided he was going to take over the Kennedy Center.
He took over the Kennedy Center, so she made an announcement that she was going to cancel her event on March 16th.
Sold out event on March
16th, and I want to know how you feel, because for me, when I think about it, is that I'm happy she took a stance, but I feel bad for her fans, right? Like, is this not an opportunity for her to utilize that platform to speak out?
Let me just say this. Her fans understand, and they don't want to go to that venue to see her. I mean, it would have been wonderful, Kennedy Center with all the glitz and glamour of it in D.C., but guess what? When somebody JFK was the man, okay?
Yeah, he was.
Donald Trump, not the man.
That's true.
Apparently, he has taken over the Kennedy Center because he's probably going to rename it. It's probably going to be the Trump Center.
That would be a big issue.
Oh, he going to probably do it.
That would be a big issue, renaming it, because it's
he
not.
Already renamed the Gulf of Mexico.
You can't rename anything after you.
Why can't?
You can't name.
Why can't we?
Because the honor and distinction of getting something named is either when you donate a lot of money and in honor of that.
The Melania Center.
No, he shouldn't name it anything like that.
He gonna rename it. Watch. So that's gonna be the next thing. I don't think we should call this the Kennedy Center anymore.
The beautiful Trump Center.
Let's call it the beautiful Trump Center.
So, my question is, do you think Issa Rae is wrong for doing that to her fans?
No,
right?
I don't think it's wrong at all.
I mean, you planned out, you bought a ticket, you made a plan to fly out this, so you could have bought your flight ticket. Now you got less than almost a month and you can't cancel it?
I think her fans get it. I think they understand. It's like, I was expecting to see Michelle Obama at Jimmy Carter's funeral. I watched the funeral. I wanted to see what she was going to wear, what was going to be going on. She was a no-show.
That's a little different. That's a choice. Didn't nobody plan out.
I had to take time out to watch that.
Didn't nobody plan out tickets to go see Jimmy Carter, who they claimed died that day. But when I saw him to go vote, and when he on his 100th birthday, when he was outside, they rolled him outside. I said, "Oof,
oof,
that don't look good."
Yeah, well,
ain't no way that man voted. No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he did not. That voter fraud is real. When I saw Jimmy Carter.
No, let me tell you this right now. I work with some people. In another area of my life. They're almost 100.
No, but they
and you know what?
They in hospice.
Not necessarily.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, some of them
did you see him on his 100th birthday, Bailey, when they rolled him out there in the wheelchair, in the plane they did the flyover?
Look,
he was sitting out there, mouth open. I know his eyes were open.
Like that. Don't do him like that.
He looked like a corpse.
They said he could still communicate.
So how he
may not have. There are ways for people to communicate.
Ain't no way he communicated. I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
Look, Let me tell you something. You know he wasn't going to vote for Donald Trump.
I know he wasn't going to vote for Donald Trump. They rolled him in there and went into that booth and took his hand.
They probably just said, look, the X is right here. Go ahead and mark that.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't seen it yet, I might have Zach play it when we come back. But I'm telling y'all this right now. When they rolled him out there on his 100th birthday, rest in peace.
And he said he wanted to live so he could vote for her.
Yeah, they kept him alive for that.
Look.
Yeah, he passed away, 2 months after the election? I'm just saying, like I respect everything the peanut farmer, governor from Georgia, and president did for America, but more so what he did after.
Also realize that he didn't know Kamala Harris. So he probably did want to vote for her.
I'm sure he did, but I'm just saying I think he was incapacitated. We're going to play this video on the other side. Make sure y'all go to 1017 The Truth, because I'm going to have Zach find the video of when they, on his 100th birthday party, they did a flyover.
They rolled him out there.
They rolled him out there, and then they showed him going to election. They pushed him in the chair like he said, all right, wait a minute. No, he didn't know where he was at. He thought it was 1974. He thought he was going to give a speech. He didn't know where it was at. 833-212-1017. Me and Bailey disagree. I think that Bailey Coleman, I think that Issa Rae Bailey, I think she should have kept the show on.
No.
And I think she should have used it as a platform.
No, why do that? No, I'm with her. Because you know what? Why do that to even your people, anybody that works for you, anything, you have to come into contact with it. And then him benefiting off of your work? No, sir.
I think she should be a woman of the people. She's fantastic.
No.
We'll wrap up this conversation on the other side. Also, go to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. What I'm going to probably have DJ Brother Z, I'm going to have him play the video during the break so he can roll on the break screen. You can throw it up there on the break screen. And,
just the video, though?
Yeah, just the video. We'll go in there. We'll get it figured out. But we're just going to have the video because you don't need to hear sound. You just need to see. I want y'all to know, was Jimmy Carter alive?
He could have been up in there talking.
Was Jimmy Carter really alive when they rolled him out on his 100th birthday? Remember what they did to the John Amos?
No.
Remember, he was dead since August. And so I'm just saying, 833-212-1017. This is Truth to Power.
That is true.
That's the legendary Bailey Coleman. We're going to have more on the other side.
More of Truth to Power is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Start jamming in the morning and get your daily drop of juice.
Juice gets you hydrated and started for your day. And that's what we plan to do from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Every single morning, we're going to be keeping you in the mix, talking about everything you care about all before 9 a.m.
So wipe that crust out your eyes and get ready for jamming with juice.
Turning your mornings into your favorite part of the day.
Get that stank breath out of here. Brush your teeth.
It's it, bro. What? Catch Jammin' with Juice.
From 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Milwaukee.
This is your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update on the new 1017 The Truth.
The City Conference gave us some thrilling games so far this week. In the boys' gold division, the Rufus King Generals traveled to take on the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats. This was a tight back-and-forth matchup, but the Rufus King Generals, led by junior Quincy McKinney with 18 points, came out victorious, defeating the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats 76-69. Now to the girls' side of things, as the Bradley Tech Trojans welcome the Ronald Reagan Huskies. These ladies put on a great show, having a competitive matchup up until the very end, where the Reagan Huskies, led by their junior Shannon Maher, who had 20 points, defeated the Bradley Tech Trojans 54-47.
This has been your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update. MPS proud and MPS strong.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Join the Milwaukee Bucks as the team celebrates historically black colleges and universities with HBCU Night, presented by Johnson Controls on February 20th. Enjoy pregame, halftime, and postgame events that honor the legacy and excellence of historically black colleges and universities and those who attended them. For more information and to purchase a ticket package, visit bucks.com/impact. That's bucks.com/impact.
When you've been seriously injured, you'll need a team with knowledge and experience to get the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It is Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
One, two, three, ho!
Truth Nation, one call, that's all with Gruber Law Offices. If your loved one is ever in need of anything, Gruber Law Office can help you when it comes to an accident. Don't fight the insurance companies on your own. Get a winning law firm like Gruber Law Offices who will truly stand up for you and fight for you. You focus on healing while they focus on getting you what you deserve. And what I love about Gruber Law Offices is the fact that you never ever have to pay a fee until they win your case. Contact them today at 414-276-6666 or visit them at gruber-law.com. That's gruber-law.com. It's one call, that's all with Gruber Law Offices. This is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. And during the break, y'all saw the video. If he was alive, sure, he could be breathing, but that man was not capable of voting. He wasn't capable of grabbing a pen and circling it or hitting any buttons. I'm telling y'all this right now. He might have been breathing, but he wasn't capable. He was not
Let me just
in a mental place.
Let me just say this. Clearly, he and Kamala Harris were friends. There's old footage of them, et cetera, et cetera. I'm sure he wanted to vote for her, and they probably just put the pen up there, the little thing, and was like, there's Kamala's name right there. Just go ahead, do what you need to do.
They took his hand, they did what he got to do.
Why you don't?
But, Ben, before we wrap up the show, what are your final thoughts here on the show today? And also, shout out to Jimmy Carter. We appreciate everything that he did. Rest in peace. Thank you for being a model citizen of what a good human being is.
And it's crazy that they're trying to tear apart FEMA because FEMA was his baby.
That and Department of Education, I believe, as well.
Yes, and Department of Education. So go on, Jimmy.
Go on, Jimmy is right. And overall, for me, y'all have a very happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy your weekend. Show some love to the person that you care about. If you don't have a Valentine, definitely treat yourself and think about yourself. Yeah, treat yourself
just
because
like
you are so important as well. You deserve love, and loving yourself is the thing you should always do.
Absolutely.
The queen, the legendary Bailey Coleman, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
For joining me here today. We're definitely going to have you back. This has been my absolute honor to be able to work with you today. So thank you, Ms. Bailey.
It was my honor and my privilege. Thank you so much, Kyle.
This has been Truth to Power on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. The Tori Lowe Show is coming up next. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed weekend. Peace out to next week.
I like this music.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Dr. Ken Harris, and I want to invite you to join us for our first annual